welcome back to Build. I'm your host, Brittany Jones-Cooper, and today we're gonna talk about food with Chrissy Teigen. The model, TV host, and New York Times bestselling author has just released her second cookbook called Cravings, Hungry for More, which features recipes for every meal and every occasion. It's an edible food diary with personal recipes for a lighter, brighter, and healthier-ish lifestyle. Please help me welcome Chrissy Teigen.
Thank you for having me. Crazy, that was such a good intro.
Thank you so much. But then I was like, is it Teigen? Is it Teigen? I don't know now.
It's confusing now. It's always been Teigen, but I'm not a corrector. Like, I know I seem like I would jump on the chance to correct somebody, but yeah, I feel bad. I will be called anything, and I'll respond to anything. I'm like a little puppy.
So Oprah, what made you? No, just joking.
I'm like, yes, I actually.
You're like, I am Oprah. This is fantastic. So we're gonna jump into the book, but also I just want to know how you've had like the busiest couple of weeks. I feel like you celebrated your anniversary. John got an EGOT. You had the Emmys. You have the book coming out. I mean, are you just like?
Well, we kind of went away for August, and we were. We knew that the next couple months were going to be absolutely insane. So we made sure to take a few weeks off in August and go with the family and really relax. And then now, yeah, it's just a whirlwind of the EGOT. I got to say, he was pretty confident in getting it. And so I was kind of like, you might not, because I have to be that person. It's my job to bring him back down to earth. And I'm obviously so proud of him, and he just feels complete now, obviously. And I'm like, what do you do now? Maybe he'll be like the first double EGOT. Who knows? I mean, he's so young still. It's frustrating.
That's the thing. He's so young and talented. He will do it a couple more times.
He probably will. And he has like the EGOT, so because he has the Golden Globe in there. And I'm like, it's crazy.
And the Emmys obviously were so much fun. Is it still fun for you to go to those events and get all dressed up?
No.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I have like such anxiety, and I just get so, I don't know. It's the carpet part of it, and I don't know. It's just kind of uncomfortable, and I think I try to be too cool around people, and I pretend that I don't care, but I really do care, and it's just like, yeah, I will say it's fun. It's so much fun. It's like an honor to be able to even be invited or asked to present or anything, but when you get home, there's nothing like it. Just like breathing and not having to worry about a face you made or something. For example.
By the way, I would have made the same face.
Thank you.
I'm just saying. Because why cut to you at that moment? You're
they're
like, I don't
always
have any
waiting
opinions.
for me to do something now, and then, yeah, John is so good though at just like this being just so perfect. And he looks so beautiful in every frame, and then it kills me.
So let's talk about Cravings, because I've had this book for a couple of days already. I got like a little sneak preview.
Thank you.
And it's been so much fun. So obviously you this is the kind of follow-up to your first one. So why did you feel like now is the right time to do the second one?
It was like, it's like the second baby. The first one, I had so many questions. I was so nervous, so scared. The recipes were easy in the first one. I mean, easier to come by. I had this arsenal. The second book is tough because you're like, well, I put so much into the first book. People really, really loved it. The only thing that can happen now is either people love it just as much, or because the first one did so well, or they don't. And John compares it to an album, or he's like, you just never know what people, if they take to something really naturally and they fall in love with it. The scariest thing that can happen is all of a sudden they don't love it anymore. So we wanted to make sure. I was like, should I do something healthier? Should I do quicker? And then I realized I don't want to do any gimmicks. I just wanted to have really good food with good flavors. And if anything, it's a little bit, I will say it's naturally simpler and quicker just because of, I cut down the ingredients just because I personally wouldn't make me do the same things that I did in the first book. Like, I have people making their own pita chips and frying tortilla chips just to sprinkle on top of a tortilla soup. Now I'm like, F it, go get some chips, crumble it up, it'll be great. It's a little bit naturally easier.
You don't need a gimmick, and it's because also you put so much of yourself in it. So that's what makes it special.
And I think it's actually like a fun read. I think that's one of my favorite things to hear about it, is people genuinely enjoy going through and flipping through the pages. And even in like the actual copy of the recipe, it's just like we try to be very relaxed in it. I think my big thing with the first book was I didn't want to intimidate people. I wanted the food to look realistic and attainable, and I think we really carried that onto the second one. You guys can really make everything. Nobody can't cook. You know, it's everything's possible.
The intros to each recipe are so much fun, and I think for fans of yours, that's going to be the biggest takeaway is that I learned so much about you from the intros to these recipes. Specifically,
and there's a lot of rambling, a lot of like run-on sentences. Everyone's like, your grammar is terrible, and I'm like,
no, your grammar is my grammar.
I wrote
it's like the same. Okay. No, like, and I feel like I was more connected to you in your love of meatballs because you talk about Subway meatball sandwiches and you say, and now you've learned that I'm one of the few complete psychopaths out there who actually get the meatball sub at Subway.
Nobody else
does
that.
I get the meatball sub.
Like, especially being in New York City, ordering a meatball sub from Subway is like a travesty. I live in Little Italy, and I'm like, there's a Subway on Broome Street that I'm gonna hit up. That's my guilty pleasure is that I heard, and then someone was like, it's made out of yoga mats, and I'm like, I don't care.
It tastes great.
I just don't care.
So is that important for you, though, when you're coming up with these recipes, to make sure that it is actually something
because I like
by
nostalgic foods, and I like foods that I have a story about, and I am drawn to foods that remind me of other times I had that specific type of food. And I like memorable things. I love like really hearty dishes, the big, bold flavors. I mean, I've always kind of been that person.
How important was it for you to have your family in this book again as well? You have a whole section with your mom's Thai recipes. Your dad had some burgers in there.
It was very important. I wasn't going to pay them, but I was like, it's very important. No, we put, it's my dad's in there again. I mean, of course it's important because my family lives with us. Like we are one giant, like, bonkers household. Sometimes I look around and I'm like, I cannot believe this is a functioning house. But yeah, Mom really does love to be in the kitchen, and we really do spend all of our time in the kitchen. The family room is connected. Like everyone always makes fun of me because my Instagram videos are always taken from the same angle, and it's me on the couch, the kitchen's in the background, and it's all kind of one connected room. So we do live, when we say like we live in the kitchen, we really live in there. We sleep on that couch a lot. That's our home, is that little corner of the house, and it's so important to us. And putting recipes in that Luna really, really loves, and of course now her palate has completely changed from when we shot the book. So, it's been really cool.
What's her favorite recipe now?
The Thai fried ribs.
Ooh.
It's truly. I didn't want to put it in because I was like, this is too easy. It's truly just soy sauce, pepper, and garlic, and a giant vat of oil. And you fry these ribs and little pork ribs, and they're so chewy and so they're like a jerky, but they're tiny. They're like little guys. So her picture in there munching on them.
She's just so cute.
Very
She's
realistic.
going in on those ribs.
Yeah,
too.
She can put down like 7 to 10. Yeah, because we just had what was I shooting? I had to cook for a morning show, and it was shocking how many she could put down. I'm very proud of her.
What is John's go-to?
John can be a jerk because he really enjoys the healthy recipes, which is fine. But I think we're both finding that as we grow older, pounds aren't just shedding like they used to. So he really loves any of like the Mediterranean couscouses. He has an amazing steak recipe. We have really simple chicken breasts that are just spice rubbed, and then my mind leans towards like the everything bagel cream cheese breakfast bake. Like we're all over the place, but we do find ourselves, having to navigate being able to just eat better too. So who knows what the next book will be now too. I'm like, my mind is racing thinking about it.
I like that part of the intro though, because I was saying to the audience before this, I don't necessarily eat healthy. I order seamless a lot, but there has been this push for me now that I'm in my 30s to eat better. And so I loved that connection.
And not even just to look great, but to feel great. Like, I think it's so important to indulge in things and to be able to, I think it was Bethany or something. She was like, never like deny yourself that bite of something that you want, because you'll just go crazy for it later on. And I think that's what's so great about the book is there's so many sharing recipes, there's so many casseroles, there's so many moments in the book where you want to share this decadent, rich food with other people. And then the Thai mom chapter is one of my favorites because it's got like waves of healthiness, and then all of a sudden there's like fried Thai fried rice balls, like these. it's one of my favorites in the entire book. And then the fish cake. So there's just more sides. I feel like the first one I was like, cheese, ham, bacon, ham, cheese. Why not add more ham? And then this one I'm like, this is good without ham.
Right.
I'm gonna try to put it in without it.
We could use less cheese.
Yeah.
On that note, though, I decided to try my hand at making one of your recipes.
I need to hear about this.
It is the broccoli cheddar chorizo tomato bowl.
Oh my gosh.
I went all the way live.
You know what's so funny is that's one of the ones where I submitted it, I put in the recipe, and then I made it again, and I was like, this needs ham. And then we ended up putting chorizo in it.
This is mine. I made it. Look.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
That was the
I
cleanest thing I had to put them on was this cutting board.
This was supposed to be my one it was supposed to be for all the vegetarians out there. I was so proud of it. I was like, they're gonna love this. And then I had it again, and I was like, I got it needs meat. But you can leave it out, but leave it in. It's
I'm from
good.
the Midwest. I need some meat, and it was so good. And I'm not just being a sycophant. It was really good and really easy to make.
Thank you.
And I'm somebody who doesn't.
That's actually the last submitted recipe because
Is it really?
I put it in, I took it back, and then I put it in again. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think you said that in the lead that you were 8 months pregnant, and you were
Yeah.
like, actually add some meat.
I know. I know. Everything changes when you're pregnant, and writing too. I mean, sometimes things are really funny to you and you're like super tired. And then you go back and you read them and you're like, this is not funny. Or or like maybe you had a couple glasses of wine when you wrote something and you're like, wow, I was on one.
Something tells me though, Chrissy, after a couple glasses of wine is pretty funny.
Hopefully, because most of it I think is on a couple glasses.
So I mentioned I don't have a lot of cooking accessories at home. What's your go-to, your tool that you love to use the most?
Oh my gosh. Well, gosh. See, it's so hard now. I'm big. I'm such a garlic nut that I'm insane with any kind of garlic helping tools, whether it's to help peel the garlic or to help press the garlic, or mortar and pestle. I think we have in the collection as well. That is my go-to for everything. Like I don't grind pepper anymore. I just crush it in this mortar and pestle, and then I whether it's like just making like a garlic rub, or I think and also it's like beautiful enough to want to keep out. But for me, that's my tool for everything. A lot of people never wanted one. I grew up with having a giant clay one in my house that my mom would just make papaya salad in and just bang on all day. And you could hear the scraping of the spoon at all hours. And it's such a memory for me. So I knew I had to have one.
So how much of that memory went into your own line now of cookware? First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Having a line
Thank
of
you
cookware
so
at
much.
Target.
It was like such a secret for so long that I still feel weird talking about it. I think we all have Target memories, and we love the Target memes, and we love how we all get lost there and spend way more than we ever anticipated or got completely different things than what we wanted. I still can't believe that we're in there, and the collection it's been a couple years, and it's been, I will say, like, to just really have your hand in something that you've never experienced before. Like I've never been in the kind of industry where people wanted to hear your thoughts on something or what you wanted. And it's been like really like just like a magical, awesome ride to see that they wanted the same things I wanted. I wanted things to be beautiful, and I wanted things to be really handmade looking, and I wanted them to be timeless, and I wanted people to keep it out, and I wanted people to gift it, and I wanted things to get better as they chipped or get better as they got a little scratch on them. And I think we really nailed it, and it really looks beautiful in so many different kitchens, and I love it. I'm so excited to make people proud of their kitchen.
I'm looking at some of the stuff we have up here, and I see exactly what you're saying.
And I just brought some.
Yeah.
Things.
Oh, this was just here.
Are we gonna give this away? Should we give it away?
I'm taking it home.
You're like, no.
I told you I have like a pot. I'm taking this with me. You cannot have it back. But I love the look of the glassware. Like you said, if it chipped, it would almost add more character.
And that's what we love too. Like I wanted them to be uneven. I wanted the edges to look raw. I wanted it to look like this potter, is that the word? Was like an artisan, just working on it. And a lot of our pieces are Like the wood grains differ from piece to piece, and that was really important to me. And I remember approving pieces, and they were like, "This glaze is slightly different from this glaze, but it's all from the same batch." And I'm like, I love that. It gives it character, it gives it personality, and yeah, that was really important to me. And then honestly, like the cast iron pieces last so long. They get better with age. I'm a true believer that you should keep like the heavy pieces that just get like I have Dutch ovens and stuff that are 20, 25 years old, and like what I would give to still have like my grandmother's things and stuff. So I really like being able to do that for people.
I also love the price point on this. Obviously, it's at Target, but it's really affordable.
I know, it says like, I didn't even know this. They're like everyday low price, $3. I was like, what? That's dope.
You're in there buying your own stuff. You're like, this is $4.
Yeah,
yes,
I
want more of
know.
them.
I love it.
Why was that important for you to do a line at Target where it's
everything
really
should be accessible to everybody? I mean, there shouldn't be a price tag put on wanting to be proud of the things that you own, and what brings more people together than cooking and the love of food and sharing and being proud of what you've made. I wanted people to be able to take pictures and send them off and send them to my Instagram. Like I'm living for those moments where I'm seeing people love what they've made, because I will tell you, like, people will send me pictures of like something of mine they've made on a paper plate, and I get so freaking excited because I'm like, that's something I made that you create, or that I created that you made. So to see like something that I created on a plate of mine, I think I'll lose it, because I was already pretty happy. And yeah, I really want everyone to really just enjoy every piece that they have, and it makes me so happy that we can do that.
Instagram must be really fun for you, especially at moments like this when you can connect with your fans.
Yeah.
What is it that you love about the platform? Because you have like 20 million followers.
I know Instagram is, I really go through what are the pictures you're tagged in and stuff, and they're all over the place. They'll be like huge asses, and then they'll be like my cooking food, and I'm like, why am I tagged in this? But yeah, it's a hodgepodge. But I love seeing what people do. Whether they're copying like a face John and I made, or a lot of people do that one where they put the chicken wings on their butt by the pool and stuff. I get that a lot. But I really love being able to, I don't know, I've always loved Twitter. I've always loved Instagram. I pray neither ends up like MySpace, because I'll be so lonely. These are my friends.
Your Instagram, I think, is so fun for so many of us. So I went through, since this is really an opportunity for me to talk about your Instagram, and picked out some of my favorite images over the years. So I want to show them to you.
Okay.
Why I loved it, and then maybe a little thought from you. So this one I love because you were like, it's so beautiful, but then you're like, oh, which photo do I choose? The one where he's not looking, or she's not looking, or I'm not looking?
Or the one where the sun is roasting him. And I chose the one where the sun is roasting him, because I look great. Luna, it's so hard to get a photo of Luna. She is like, she sees the camera coming out and she immediately swings away. And then, I still forget about the babies and their sensitive skin with the sun. But
he's got some melanin.
He's alive. He's around here, actually. I don't know if you guys saw him cruise up, but he's here.
I do love this though, because so many of my friends are mothers, and I do think you're like really honest about like, look, I mean, it's hard.
I don't think I'll ever nail a photo with the both of them. I think everyone can definitely relate to that. It's tough. They don't give a crap.
Another reason I love your Instagram is that you let us in on your grooming habits.
Oh God. Oh my God. You guys just think you're seeing a face mask. What you're missing is this is a vagina steamer. I'm not endorsing this, and the caption alone is like literally not endorsement. I got in trouble, and I was like, I don't know if this works, but it can't hurt. Vagina dissolves. Turns out it can't hurt though, just gonna put that out there. I posted it, and then all these Instagram doctors were like, why are you promoting this? And I'm like, I literally said, I don't know if this works. Can you imagine if I like worked for McDonald's and I was like, this is kind of gross, but here you go. Like, so whatever.
Like, my vagina, my choice, right?
Yeah.
Do what you want.
I will say, it's a fabulous end table now. There's nothing to do with it. We don't steamy anymore.
Also, your Twitter and your Instagram, you take your stance on politics, which I think is so important right now. And so I wanted to bring up the next picture, not even to talk about current politics, but just to remember a happier time.
I know.
I just love
Mom
this
and
photo.
Dad.
When was this?
White House correspondence. Gosh, it's like actually heartbreaking. Yeah, I totally forgot about this.
It just made me so happy when I saw it. I was
I
like,
know.
any
I
excuse
missed
to
it.
look at their faces.
I know, and
know.
I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words. Like that's
Well, friends
how.
forever, right?
Yeah, still friends. Her book's coming out soon, by the way. It's gonna be amazing.
Pre-order. And the last one I have is, of course, you cooking in the kitchen, because you really, for years, have just put up photos of you cooking, and I see how important it is. But then you also like look super fierce doing it.
I think this one, I was,
cool.
I don't know. I was feeling myself a little bit, obviously, but I still have this robe, by the way, and it's just made up of patches and patches everywhere. I was like, literally yesterday, I flew with it on, and I just can't get rid of it. But yeah, this was like my first Mother's Day, and was just being the best mother, you know, just cooking for my family.
This is so much eggs, though. Do you
I know.
regularly cook?
It's the low
in
and
bulk
slow
like
eggs.
that?
I cook, when I do eggs, I do like a dozen at a time, and it cooks down so much, and they get so creamy and almost cheesy like that it goes down, it feeds about like 4 people with 12 eggs. So yeah, it looks like a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
And it is. But there's a lot of heavy cream in there as well.
I like that tip, though.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Really low, really slow, never stop stirring. Like if you think, and as soon as you stop stirring, they'll burn. So you just never stop. And then they're like these creamy, like delicate, beautiful, fluffy eggs that taste like they have a ton of cheese in them, but they don't. They're great.
Because as we've learned, less cheese now.
Yeah, less cheese.
Yeah.
Less ham, less cheese.
But more bacon. Anyway, let's go to the audience. I know they have a couple
Yeah.
questions for you. Who do we have first?
Hi, Chrissy.
Hello.
First, congratulations on the cookbook.
Thank you.
And so my question is, what would you say are John's best and worst parenting skills?
Oh my gosh. He will say no, and then if she asks one more time, it's a yes. Like there is no, like he is just he's a bit of a pushover with Luna, because I think it's because they look so much alike, and he's just like, okay, you beautiful being. Anything you want, but he's also insanely patient. He's amazing at like diaper changing still. He really is. He gives them so much attention no matter what's going on in his life or my life or work-wise. They never feel like they're second to work or anything, and I think he's really great with that. But yeah, he needs to learn to say no, because I'm the tough guy, and you know that's all. It's always a thing in any household, I guess. There's always one.
And she's still so little, it's just going to get harder.
I know. Oh, I know. She's spoiled.
They should be at that age. Next question.
Hi.
Hi.
New book. I'm so excited
Thank
for
you
it.
so much.
My question is, what is Luna and Miles' favorite recipe of yours?
Oh my gosh. Well, Luna is definitely the Thai fried ribs. She also loves, my mom makes a rice porridge that she loves. It's in the first book called Jok Moo, pork again. She loves sausage every morning. What did you eat? Sausage? Sausage? She just is obsessed with it. Miles is still on that milk.
Is that in the second
In that
book?
good, just milk, no recipe.
And last question. Hello.
Hi.
Congratulations on the book.
Thank you so
I'm so
much.
excited to use it.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you your #1 rule for cooking. Mine is to put butter in everything. It just always tastes
I love
So
that.
I was
We
wondering-
have very similar goals.
I was wondering if you had anything.
Gosh, I always triple the garlic, like in anything. I don't know what it is. I know some people have some people really just have this aversion to having that kind of breath. I don't mind stinky breath if it's food breath. Like I don't mind coffee breath or garlic breath or onion. Tartar, I mind. But I would say always triple the garlic. You never go wrong. And I'm obsessed with Diamond Crystal kosher salt. It is my everything. It just changes everything about a meal. If you're using table salt, it really has a hand in overpowering the meal. And I'm a salt freak, but you just get such a better flavor out of everything. This is not an ad. I have no connection to them at all. But you can be really heavy-handed with it. It melts nicely. It's just my everything.
Thank you.
not an ad. They're so lucky. I never call out brands ever, so there you go.
You are like an endless source of cooking information.
I know I could talk forever.
Oh, but you know, you don't have to because you put it all in a book.
did.
Which, like I said, I'm not somebody who cooks, but it was so easy and fun.
I'm gonna come over. Where do you live? I'm gonna come.
I live up in Harlem. I will take you to my home.
I'm coming up. Do you go to Red Rooster?
All the time.
Oh, I want to go. I
Yes.
haven't been yet.
Oh.
I've never been, but I've had the chicken on delivery. But it's not the same, I guess.
They've got good meatballs there.
Do they?
Yeah, Greta's meatball. Helga's meatballs. They're good.
Still Marcus, right?
Yeah, he hooked us up.
Marcus.
I'll
Okay.
let you know. I'll take you through the menu.
Awesome.
Well, if you guys can't get to Red Rooster, get the book. Cravings is available now everywhere where books are sold, and also the cookware at Target.
Yes.
Guys, give it up for Chrissy.
Thank you so much for coming. This is awesome. You guys are awesome.